All right, we are live. Welcome everyone to yet another weekly meeting for the Merge Request Report Widgets working group. And we have a light agenda, not much in there. So Phil had a question. Do you want to ask it?
Yep. Can we just think about maybe wrapping up the working group? Yes, there's not very much less to discuss about it.
Yeah, the last couple of weeks have been pretty light on topics.
So we can just give everyone 30 minutes to say that.
Yeah. So we've talked about this in 2 weeks ago, I think. And the idea now is just to let the release go to customers and then wait for a few weeks, like I would say 2 weeks, just to make sure that nothing completely out of the ordinary comes up. Just in case something comes up, we have hands on deck, we have people looking at things. So I would say that 2 weeks after the release, which would be
like if something came up, then we can just ping whoever the DRIs of the widget.
That's the good news, is that the DRIs will live on after the merge, after the working group is dissolved. I would say that in the beginning of August, I'll dissolve the working group. I need to check in with Tim because he's still the sponsor for the working group. I want to make sure that he's happy with the exit criteria, that he was satisfied. And I'll make sure that there's a one day that he can come to the call so we can have the whole ceremony. I'll give a heads up to people, like this will be the last call or something if you want to join. But I'll start doing those diligences to make sure that we can close the working group and do it well. There's still the V2 proposal that we have in flight. That's going to be happening outside of the scope of the working group. The working group itself has accomplished its goals, and now it's just an abundance of caution that is keeping us still here. But yes, I think we can aim for like August 4th, potentially. We can start targeting that. So I'll write that down, just giving a bit of time until after the widgets go out to customers, aiming for August 4th being the last weekly call of the working group. So that I'll take that action to kind of like do the due diligences to make sure that everybody's satisfied with it. And yeah, and that was one of the announcements I had in the agenda, is that the report widgets will be released to customers tomorrow with the 15.2 package. So that's fun. And I'll just copy paste the checklist from the last week because nothing changed. So we're ready to wrap up the working group. The launch is done. Not much else to talk about here. Jeremy, hey, any last minute points you want to add to the agenda? Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up here.
You can wrap it up.
All right. Thanks everyone for coming for a very quick call. Have a